Hey!
I'm Emily.
And I'm Ann.
And we're Discover Teas! In today's Friday FAQ, we're going to answer the age-old question, what's in a tea?
Specifically, what are the differences between different types of tea?
There are a lot of questions and misconceptions out there about what the differences are between black teas, green teas, oolong teas, white teas. And so while there's a lot of nuance involved in that topic, we're going to try to stick with the basics for today.
The first point of confusion tends to be,
do different kinds of teas come from different kinds of plants?
all green, black, oolong, and white teas come from the same tea plant, Camellia sinensis. This also includes certain more obscure tea styles such as pu'ers and yellow teas.
On the other hand, herbal teas, also called tisanes, refer to beverages made from other plants such as rooibos or honeybush that are picked, processed, and steeped much like tea.
So if they come from the same plant, what makes green teas, black teas, and everything different from each other?
Different styles of teas from Camellia sinensis are distinguished from each other by what happens to the leaf after it's been picked.
We go into this in another video, but the basic steps to making tea are picking, withering, rolling, fixing, oxidizing, and drying. Not all teas go through all of these steps. That's at the heart of the distinction between these different styles.
Green teas, for example, are not oxidized. What this means is that after being picked, and in some cases withered, they go through a fixing or kilgreen process, such as steaming or pan firing, that keeps the leaves from oxidizing.
This lack of oxidation results in a more delicate leaf, which is why when hot brewing tea, we use cooler water and shorter steeping times with green teas and black teas.
In contrast, black teas are pretty much 100% oxidized. Go through all the steps listed above except for fixing.
The oxidation process concentrates the bioavailability of the caffeine, transmutes the flavor of the leaves, and makes the leaves themselves more sturdy than green tea leaves, allowing and requiring them, in fact, to take hotter water and longer steeping times when hot brewed.
What about oolong and white teas?
Oolong teas are partially oxidized and as such fall in a continuum between green teas and black teas.
Destined to be oolong tea are rolled after the withering process in order to initiate that oxidation. Then they go through the fixing or kilgreen process before oxidation is complete. This results in a wide variety of flavors and styles within oolong tea.
Meanwhile, like green tea, white tea is also not oxidized. In lieu of a fixing or kilgreen process, white tea goes through an extended withering and drying stage to prevent the leaves from oxidizing in the first place. The lack of complex processing leads to white teas having a more natural appearance, highest vitamin and bioavailability.
So what's the healthiest tea?
There's a lot to the topic of tea for health, so much so that it's probably best for us to address that in a completely separate video or even a workshop.
However, unless our guests are trying to address a specific struggle or challenge, what most people seem to be asking is,
which tea has the most antioxidants?
This question is a little more straightforward to answer. As you may have guessed, the less a tea has been oxidized, the more antioxidants it'll have.
That means that fully oxidized black teas will have the least active antioxidants, oolong teas will generally have a few more, green teas will have a lot more, and white teas such as our Bermudan or Ontario Ice Wine will have the most antioxidants.
It's important to note that this doesn't make lower antioxidant teas actively unhealthy. In some cases, they may be better recommended for a certain issue over a green or a white tea.
That's why when talking about health, it's important to remember that there are many ways to be healthy and many ways to define health.
Hopefully we've answered some of your questions about different tea styles and how they're made. As always, contact us at facebook.com/discoverteas or email us at hello@discoverteas.com with your questions for Friday FAQ.
Until next time, I'm Ann.
And I'm Emily.
And remember,
don't let your oolong brew for too long or your oolong will be brewed wrong.
What she said.